Doug McClure, born Douglas Osborne. McClure, on May 11, 1935, in Glendale, California, came from a family deeply rooted in the arts and engineering. His father was an aviation engineer, and his mother was a professional pianist, which exposed him to both technical and artistic worlds early on. As a child, McClure was fascinated with athletics, music, and theater, and he pursued a degree in geology at UCLA. However, his natural charm and striking presence soon led him to acting. McClure's early years in Hollywood were spent taking small roles in television shows like Death Valley Days and Maverick. These appearances marked the beginning of his entertainment career, but it wasn't until 1962 that he truly rose to fame. The Virginia, McClure's breakthrough role. In 1962, Doug McClure was cast as Trampas, the charming, quick-witted cowboy in The Virginian, NBC's Western series. The role quickly made McClure a household name. Trampas was not your typical Western gunslinger. Instead, he was a character with a mix of toughness, humor, and a heart of gold, which resonated with audiences. McClure's portrayal of the amiable ranch hand captured the spirit of the show and helped make The Virginian one of the longest-running Westerns on television. His performance was so popular that he remained a central figure throughout the show's 9 seasons from 1962 to 1971. This role solidified McClure as a television icon and marked the beginning of his successful career in Hollywood. Transition to film and cult classic roles. After The Virginian, Doug McClure's career shifted towards film, particularly in the adventure and science fiction genres. In the 1970s, he appeared in a series of cult classic films like The Land That Time Forgot, 1975, At the Earth's Core, 1976, and The People That Time Forgot, 1977. These films, though often considered campy or low budget, showcased McClure's versatility and his ability to bring life to action-packed, fantastical stories. His roles in these movies earned him a dedicated fan base, particularly among lovers of adventure and sci-fi. His natural charisma and likability helped him shine in these films, despite their sometimes far-fetched plots, further cementing his place in pop culture. McClure's reputation as a down-to-earth actor. Known for his easygoing nature, Doug McClure was beloved not just for his acting, but for his genuine and humble personality. Despite his fame, he remained gracious with his fans and generous with his fellow actors. His colleagues often praised him for his professionalism and warmth, which was rare in an industry known for its competitive nature. Off-camera, McClure was known to have a great sense of humor, often lightening the mood on set with his practical jokes. He was down-to-earth, approachable, and always eager to connect with others. However, McClure also faced personal struggles, including multiple marriages and health challenges, which he handled with resilience and determination. Cultural impact beyond film and TV. Doug McClure's influence on pop culture extended beyond his on-screen roles. His persona and memorable performances left a lasting mark on the entertainment world. The character Troy McClure from The Simpsons, voiced by Phil Hartman, was a parody that blended McClure's name with that of actor Troy Donahue. This humorous homage to McClure reflected the love and recognition for his unique brand of charm. Additionally, the British sci-fi comedy Red Dwarf made multiple references to McClure in its episodes, highlighting his place in cult sci-fi circles. In one episode, the character Rimmer even quips about McClure being fed to flesh-eating dinosaurs, referencing his frequent roles in adventure and fantasy films. These pop culture references showed how deeply McClure's legacy had penetrated global entertainment. The tension between McClure and James Drury. Although McClure's public image was that of a friendly and affable star, his relationship with his The Virginian co-star, James Drury, was less than amicable. The two actors shared the screen for nearly a decade, but off-camera, their relationship was marked by tension and rivalry. McClure, who had a natural affinity for stealing the spotlight, was often frustrated by the fact that Drury's character, the titular Virginian, received top billing. McClure felt his own character, Trampas, deserved more recognition and storylines. The difference in their personalities added fuel to the fire. Drury was more serious and intense, while McClure was light-hearted and fun-loving. This personality clash created an undercurrent of resentment between the two, which grew as the show went on. On-set rivalry and its impact on the Virginian. The tension between McClure and Drury was not just a personal issue, it affected the dynamic of the Virginian. McClure's frustration with being relegated to a sidekick role while Drury took center stage created an underlying conflict. Crew members and castmates often found themselves caught in the middle of the two actors' egos. McClure felt that Drury's need for control on set led to Trampas being overshadowed, which deepened his resentment. While the two never openly confronted each other about their differences, the tension was palpable. Nevertheless, their on-screen chemistry, shaped by their real-life animosity, contributed to the success of the series. The friction between them brought a natural energy to their performances that captivated audiences for nearly a decade. The legacy of Doug McClure. A career remembered. Doug McClure's legacy as a beloved actor is marked by his versatile career, strong on-screen presence, and lasting impact on popular culture. His role as Trampas in The Virginian continues to define him as a TV icon, while his work in adventure and science fiction films gave him a dedicated fan base. McClure's ability to seamlessly portray both tough heroes and lighthearted adventurers made him a unique figure in Hollywood. Despite the tensions on set with co-stars like James Drury, McClure's professional resolve and love for acting never wavered. His final years were spent battling illness with strength and determination, demonstrating the same resilience he had shown throughout his career. McClure's final years in passing. In 1995, Doug McClure passed away at the age of 59 after a long battle with lung cancer. His death marked the end of a remarkable career in entertainment, but his legacy lived on through his many memorable performances. McClure's passing was a shock to many of his fans, who had admired his work on screen for decades. Just weeks before his death, McClure was still actively filming and working, demonstrating his commitment to his craft. He died in Sherman Oaks, California, surrounded by family and friends, after a courageous battle with the illness. His contributions to the entertainment world and his impact on popular culture continue to be remembered and celebrated by those who knew him and those who admired his work. Tributes to Doug McClure's life and work. Following McClure's death, tributes poured in from co-stars, colleagues, and fans alike, all of whom remembered him for his acting talent, warm personality, and professional demeanor. His work in The Virginian and his contributions to the genre of adventure and science fiction films left an indelible mark on entertainment history. Despite his personal struggles and rivalries, McClure was remembered as a man who remained committed to his craft and who gave his all to every role he played. His legacy lives on through the memorable characters he brought to life and the enduring impact he had on both television and film. McClure's ability to connect with audiences, his charm,